Hello, hello, hello. What's up, Nabucco? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're back in where we started from. I didn't want to go all the way downstairs, so I'm just hanging out up here. Happy Tuesday. How you doing? Did you do anything fun this weekend? I'm on YouTube. Are you talking about this class? Or are you talking about oh yeah. That was a long time ago. That was a while ago. I think that was like 2011, more than a decade ago. Back when I was young. Yeah. You know what? You know what's the bummer about all that is that I was in Vegas to do like the Mount Midoriyama of the United States. So I was in Vegas, and they never showed my clip there, and I did really well. I ended up being like one of like 10 people that made it to the second round at Mount Midoriyama. There was only one other person that made it to the third round that year, and then nobody made it to the climbing ropes at the end. But they never showed mine. I was bummed because I did really really well. Well, anywho, I hope you had a great weekend. Sarah and I ended up going to a couple of garage sales. Oh, got you. Yeah, I did terrible. I did terrible on that one. I was jet lagged, and then they brought us out to Mount Midoriyama, and I sat in one of the production vans from like 7 a.m. and I didn't run. You could see that it was dark out. I was there at 7 a.m. and I didn't get a chance to run until um, I think it was like 10 p.m. So I've been sitting there all day. And what they didn't show was the one in Vegas. I injured my shoulder. Anyways, bunch of excuses for not doing my best, but it was a blast. I had such a fun time in Tokyo, and just that was when I was traveling a lot. So I was really into just other cultures and experiencing life, um, outside of Texas, outside of the United States. Um, but yeah, that was me 13 years ago. Good night. I'm glad you found it. Yeah, I'm an onion. I've got layers to me. I've got a lot of layers. Any hoozle, I hope you had a great weekend. I know I did. Um, but yeah, let's get this breathing started. Let's sit upright. You can stand if you want to. I'm a bit limited down here in this space, so I'm just gonna sit like this, and we're gonna take our 5 nice deep breaths. So nice and tall, breathing in through that belly, into the nose, out to the mouth. Let's get 5 of those. Expand that belly in as you breathe in through your nose, all the way out, all the way out and in both directions. What's up, Paula? We're just getting started. Let's get at least 2 more here. All right. Getting nice and loose as a goose. Get somewhere comfy after that. Sit up nice and tall. This is something I try to do every morning. I typically sit crisscross and just sit as tall as I can. I'm working on posture, working on that good broad shoulders, sitting up tall. Feel free to close your eyes here. And we want to breathe in through our mouth, out, or in through our nose, out through our mouth. Nice and comfy. You already know what you're doing here. Focus on your breath, focus on your posture, focus on relaxing your eyes. When you're breathing out of your mouth, you want to be breathing out of your eyes. Just listen to the silence, listen to our breath, listen to our body. Let those eyes relax. Fix your posture. Bring that chin slightly up. Nice, slow, controlled breathing. Pay attention to what you're hearing. Listen to all the noises around you. Try to stay in the present moment. Only happy and positive thoughts are allowed in here. Whenever a negative thought pops up, you just replace it with a good one. Positive thought. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Keep this breathing pattern going. Let's start with back extension. If you want to stretch with me, you can. If you found your own stretches that works for you, that's perfect. I have my couch right here, and this is something I do, I swear, every single night before I go to bed. I have a stretch routine, and I love to just hang, and that's going to help my shoulders, it's going to help my spine. And just hang out here. So, I got a funny, not a funny story, but an interesting one nonetheless. I uh, I was on vacation, but even before then, let me start over. Even before I was on vacation, I was just sifting through TikTok. I know. But I was on TikTok, and you know who Arthur Fonzarelli, the Fonz from Happy Days. Um, what's his real name? It's something bizarre. Um, Henry Winkler. Kind of an interesting name. He was on a podcast, and he was talking about how he has such a positive outlook on life. Make sure you become a wiggle worm after a minute. And he was saying every negative thought he replaces with a positive one. He like makes kind of an active approach. He takes an active stance on changing out the way he thinks, kind of like reprogramming your software. Let's take that stretch once you're ready into a glute and hamstring stretch. So he's actively trying to change his software by replacing negative thoughts with positive ones. And that's something that I saw and I was like, awesome. I should be doing that more. Because I do notice there's certain points in the day, specifically like right in the morning, where I'm very mean to myself, where I'm like, shouldn't have stayed up so late, blah, blah, blah. Just I'm in a grumpy mood. I'm one of those people that I've since switched back to coffee. But even when I was on green tea, don't talk to me before I've had my coffee or green tea. And so I've been actively working on that. And anyways, fast forward, Sarah and I are on a vacation in Italy, and we're on the Amalfi Coast, which is a beautiful area if you've never looked it up or heard about it. And we just wanted to stay on the coast. All right, make sure you become a wiggle worm here too if you're going into your shin box position. And we just pick a random town, the town of Ravello. If you ever get a chance, go there. There's a restaurant there. I can't remember the name, and I would butcher it even if I did. And we just randomly find this restaurant. We're like, best places in this town. And we go to the town, and we walk in, and it's and they greet us and they bring us to a table, and it's just the table that's sitting next to the kitchen, and it's a good table. It's not a great table, but it's a table. And not that I care, but I swear to you, I'm sitting there facing the wall. Sarah's facing the door outside, and I look up, and it's Henry Winkler's picture. He was there hugging the owner who had just sat us down. And the Fonz is looking at me from this picture that was taken, it had to have been like 10, 15 years ago. And ever since then, I'm like, that is a sign from the Fonz that I'm on the right path and I need to be changing my software. And every time there's a negative thought, I've been actively working on changing that to a positive one. So if I get up and I'm a grumpy mood, I replace it with a one of gratefulness, saying that I woke up in a very comfortable bed next to Sarah. Um, you know, a year ago we were in across the country from each other, so I'm very grateful for that. So I've just been doing that actively, and it's been very helpful. And I just wanted to pass that information along to y'all, and I hope if you need to hear it, cool. If not, it's a funny story and just random. But I think the universe does that sometimes for you. All right, make sure you're wiggle worming with this stance here. Anyways, I'm off my soapbox. That's my story of the day. But I was just thinking about the coincidence of it today. Sorry, it's the truth. I don't think I could make that up. But I was like, is that the font on the wall? And it was apparently a place where a lot of people, celebrities, go to in a town that we just randomly booked in a restaurant that we just randomly picked. Let's turn this into a hamstring stretch. And it was just so funny because I saw that video like a week or two before then, and it's just serendipitous. It works like that sometimes, doesn't it? Reaching for the floor, breathing, letting those legs relax. I know my legs are relaxing when the front part of these muscles kind of give way. When the quads relax, that's when you know the hamstrings are being nicely stretched. Reaching to the one side as we do, kind of help that lower back. Yeah, you know what? I that would make sense. But yeah, I've always it was funny. We used to watch me and my sister, my older sister. We used to watch Happy Days together, and so I've always known him as the Fonz. And it was funny too. Now that I'm thinking about it, she's actually met him, and I'm sure she did something annoying, which I'm sure when she saw him, she's like, "Hey!" Um, but yeah, man, he's I've been following his stuff, I guess, because he was on what was that TV show, Arrested Development, as a lawyer, and he's been on there's a couple of TV shows and movies. He's always in those Adam Sandler movies. All right, back towards the middle. All right. Whew. Thank you for listening to that story. I had to tell somebody. I was thinking about that today. All right. We have 5 minutes left. Let me ask you this. Did you enjoy going from stretching into the world, or do you enjoy doing the quick breath work at the end and then hopping um, into your routine? And it's okay if you like closing with the breathing. Okay, cool. Well, if that's the case, we'll do that. If you don't, just continue stretching. All right, breathe light, breathe right. Sit up nice and tall. Using that belly, we're just breathing real shallow for the next 4 minutes. slow and controlled. So as I'm doing this, I can feel it right here. We're just training our body to better utilize that oxygen. And so just for future reference, you can do this multiple times throughout the day. Just don't do any breathing exercises when you're driving. So when I notice I'm holding my breath sometimes, I'll do this, kind of reset my breathing pattern. About 2.5 minutes. Two minutes. Fix your posture. Minute 15. Almost there. 45 seconds. Come on. So you're using your belly to move that air. 30 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Excellent. Happy Tuesday. Go kick some butt today. I will be here tomorrow and then Thursday. So happy to see you two in here, and I will see y'all soon. Have a great day. Bye, y'all.